Hey everybody, Matt here. Today I'm going to show you how to field strip and partially disassemble the new H&K VP9CC. If you've owned previous VP9s, the process is similar but just a little bit different. By the way, I do make these custom grips myself. They're available on my website at snakebitetacticalaz.com. Check them out. And lastly, because I am a micro channel, every subscribe, comment, and like does really help a lot, so I would appreciate it if you feel so inclined. So the first step we're going to do is release the magazine, ensure there's no round in the chamber, lock back the slide, rotate the disassembly lever to the downward position, release the slide, and it should come right off. Now from here we can remove the recoil spring assembly, dual stage, and the barrel will come out. And that's the basic field strip process, where you can get most of your cleaning and lubrication after shooting it. Now YouTube is very strict on what we can or can't show regarding firearms, as you probably already know. They're very sensitive when it comes to showing assembly and disassembly of firearms. So a lot of the next steps I won't be able to show you on camera what I'm doing, but I will walk you through each step and show you my progress. To get to the firing pin, inside the slide, you're going to notice a plastic sleeve right here. If you take a small flathead screwdriver and push that sleeve towards the front of the slide, it is under spring tension. Once you have it pressed forward as far as it goes, then you'll be able to slide off the slide plate in the back. Once you have the slide plate removed, you can then take out the firing pin assembly. If you pull the trigger, you'll be able to remove the disassembly lever. Next, you'll need to punch out that front clamping sleeve, push out the pin that's holding the back strap, remove the back strap, and you'll notice another pin right there in the back. Once you have that back pin removed, then you can remove the chassis. Now the neat thing about the new VP9CC is that the chassis is the serialized part, not the grip module. These can be replaced. In fact, they do offer a version without the Picatinny rail on the front here that is currently available on the H&K USA website. Trigger disassembly requires removal of this safety clamp right here. You can then pull off the left side slide release, but you want to be very careful because there's a tiny spring up in there that you do not want to lose. Next, you can pull off the right hand slide release. Once you take out the right hand slide release, the trigger spring will come out, and then the extractor and the disconnector also have a little spring right there that you want to be very careful, because everything will just kind of want to pop apart like that. But there is a recessed channel right here for that spring for it to go back in place. This is the disassembly safety that can also come out. Now to remove the sear, there's a pin right here, and there's also a spring underneath it. There's also a release catch right back here. That's its own individual part, and that's held in with this pin right here, which I'm not going to take that apart and mess with it, because once you do that, then you're pretty much done breaking the whole thing down. Also, if you want to remove the paddle release, that's a pin right there. And there's also a spring back there too that you're going to want to keep track of. That'll come out once you remove it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks for watching. I gotta go. Bye.